In your meal plan, most of the portions given are around 120 grams of raw meat. But on 110 grams, so pretty close. The easiest thing to compare it to is a deck of cards. So if this steak was as thick as that deck of cards and that length, it's spot on about 100 grams. If you're having 2 or 3 decks of cards, then you're obviously having too much protein portion at night time. To also show you then what this 110 gram steak looks like once it's cooked, I'm actually going to cook this piece up to show you that it will shrink down to about 90 grams once cooked. So as you can see, there's a few different ways to figure out your protein portion at night time and I suppose at lunch. So you can eyeball it using your deck of cards situation. You can weigh it before or after cooking, but just be prepared if beforehand you weigh it, you're looking at around the 120 grams mark. After you've cooked it, it often will lose 10 to 20 grams of weight, depending on how much fluid's in the protein. So you want to be aiming more for around the 90 to 100 grams if you're weighing your meat after it's been cooked. So now that we know how to measure out our protein portion for our meal, the next step is your carbohydrate portion of your meal. Now this is the easiest. So if it's for breakfast cereals or for lunch or for dinner, the easiest way to measure out your carbohydrates is to literally use a measuring cup until you're familiar of eyeballing the quantity. So for our dinner, we're literally going to measure out 1 cup of pasta. When it comes to your carbohydrate quantities, always check if the measurement in the meal plan is raw or cooked. Most of it will be in the cooked form. So 1 cup of pasta looks like that. When you're doing a combination dish for dinner, such as a stir fry, then always make sure you measure out your carbohydrate component first. So put your rice or pasta or noodles on your plate first, and then fill the rest of your plate up with the combination dish, be it a stir fry or stew with the meat and vegetables already in it. Then lastly, we want to fill the rest of our plate with our vegetables or salad component of the meal. Now remember, this is your filling component of the meal as well, so it should take up at least half of your plate. If your plate is looking something like that, so 1/4 of your plate your carbohydrates, 1/4 protein, and half of your plate your vegetables and salad component, you're pretty well spot on with your portions.